Let me paint you a picture. Two people, both working full-time, both bringing home a salary. Between them, they're earning decent money, maybe £60,000, maybe £80,000, maybe more. And yet, at the end of every month, they look at their bank account and think, where did it all go? No holidays, no savings, no investments, just gone. Sound familiar? Or maybe you know a couple exactly like this? Because here's the thing, this isn't rare. This is actually one of the most common financial situations in the world. Two incomes, zero financial progress. And today we're going to break down exactly why it happens and, more importantly, how to fix it. Let's get into it. Okay, so let's start with the most obvious reason, and it has a name: lifestyle inflation. Here's how it works. Imagine you're single, earning £25,000 a year. You live in a small flat, you cook at home most nights, you drive a cheap car or take the bus. Life is tight, but you manage. Then you get into a relationship. Your partner also earns £25,000. Suddenly, the household income doubled to £50,000. And here's where it gets dangerous. Your brain doesn't think, great, let's save the extra £25,000. Your brain thinks, we can afford more now. So you upgrade the flat, get a nicer car, start eating out more, book better holidays, buy more stuff for the house. Every single decision makes sense on its own. You can afford it, right? You've got two incomes. But the problem is you upgraded everything at once. So your expenses doubled right alongside your income. And now you're back to square one. Two people working full-time, living paycheck to paycheck, just in a nicer flat with a nicer car. The money came in, the lifestyle ate it, and nothing was left. This is lifestyle inflation, and it's the #1 reason two-income couples end up broke. Now, here's one that genuinely shocks people when they see the maths. Two incomes don't just mean two lots of money coming in. They also mean two lots of tax going out. Let me show you what I mean. Say person A earns £35,000 and person B earns £30,000. Combined, that's £65,000. Sounds great. But here's what actually hits the bank account after tax and national insurance in the UK. Person A takes home roughly £27,500. Person B takes home roughly £24,200. Combined take home £51,700. So nearly £14,000 disappeared before they even got started. That's not including pension contributions, student loan repayments, or anything else taken at source. Now add in the fact that two people working means two lots of commuting costs, two work wardrobes, two sets of lunches, potentially childcare, possibly two cars. The cost of both people working is way higher than most couples ever sit down and calculate. In some cases, especially with childcare costs, one person's entire salary basically covers the cost of them going to work. They're running on a treadmill and getting nowhere. Again, not saying don't work, just saying do the actual maths, because most couples never do. Okay, here's a big one that nobody talks about. Money gets weird in relationships. When you're single, you know exactly where your money goes. Every decision is yours. Every mistake is yours. You feel it. But when two people are involved, something strange happens. Each person starts to feel like the other person is responsible for some of the finances. There's a diffusion of responsibility. Person A thinks, I bought the groceries this week, so person B should cover dinner. Person B thinks, I paid the electricity bill, so I deserve a new pair of trainers. Neither person is being malicious, but both people are mentally keeping score, and both people are spending more freely because they feel like the other person has them covered. The result? Both people spend more than they would if they were single, and nobody's actually watching the total. There's also something called the "it's only half" mentality. A couple goes out for dinner. The bill is £80. Each person thinks that's only £40 each, totally fine. But £80 left the household. The household doesn't care who paid what. When you start thinking in halves instead of totals, you naturally spend more because everything feels cheaper than it actually is. Here's another one. When a couple goes to get a mortgage, the bank looks at both incomes. And because two incomes are higher than one, the bank offers them a bigger mortgage than either could get alone, which means they buy a bigger house, which means a bigger mortgage, bigger bills, more furniture to fill it, higher council tax, more maintenance costs. The bank didn't force them to borrow more, but by offering it and by society's general pressure to get on the property ladder and buy as much as you can afford, most couples take the biggest mortgage the bank will give them. And now, the biggest single expense in their life, their home, is priced specifically around the assumption that both incomes will always be coming in. What happens if one person loses their job, gets sick, wants to take time off to have kids? The whole financial system they built collapses because it was built on the assumption of two permanent incomes, and life very rarely guarantees that. Okay, so we've been through the problems. Now let's talk solutions, because this is actually very fixable if you're willing to be intentional about it. Fix 1. Live on one income, invest the other. This is the most powerful thing a two-income couple can do. Decide whose income covers all your living expenses: rent, food, bills, transport, everything. That person's salary is your lifestyle budget. The second income, that goes entirely to savings, investments, and building wealth. You don't touch it for lifestyle. Yes, it requires discipline. Yes, it might mean a smaller flat or fewer meals out. But in 10 years, one person's salary built your entire life, and the other person's salary built your entire future. Fix 2. Have a monthly money meeting. This sounds boring. Do it anyway. Once a month, both partners sit down and look at the numbers together. Total income, total spending, where it went, what you're saving. When both people see the full picture together, the "it's only half" mentality disappears. You start making decisions as a team instead of two individuals spending from the same pot. Most couples who do this are genuinely shocked at what they find the first time, and then they fix it. Fix 3. Set a lifestyle cap. Agree together. Your lifestyle costs will not exceed a set amount per month. Whatever that number is, stick to it. When you get a raise, get a promotion, or one person changes jobs, resist the urge to immediately upgrade everything. Bank the difference instead. Lifestyle creep is sneaky because every upgrade feels reasonable in the moment. The cap removes the decision. You've already agreed. The lifestyle stays the same, the savings grow. So let's bring this together. Two incomes should make life easier, but for most couples, it just means two people spending more, getting taxed more, borrowing more, and ending up with less than the expected. The trap isn't the income, it's what happens to it. Lifestyle inflation eats the extra money. Taxes take more than people realize, shared psychology leads to more spending, and big mortgages lock couples into needing both incomes forever. The fix is simple, but not easy. Be intentional. Live on one income, invest the other. Talk about money together, and never let your lifestyle grow faster than your wealth. If this hit different, drop a comment below. Are you in a two-income household? Do you feel like the money disappears? Let me know. And if you want to learn exactly how to start investing that second income, the next video is for you.